Good morning. If the camera is shaky, y'all just have to deal with it. I had to get my little stool. I was going to make my old-timey potato cakes, and going to the farmer's market, and I thought I need to show them what I'm doing. So I got the big skillet, got the big bowl, the big skillet. Got all my fresh, went out in the garden, got all my fresh basil. And what I've done is I've shaved my potatoes and I put them in a cylinder, colander, and drained them real good. So now what I'm doing is I'm chopping this basil real quick. This is going to be a quick video, I guess. We'll see how quick. So I'm just chopping this basil and getting my fingers out of the way because I'm still half groggy from waking up. I slept pretty good, y'all, last night. I haven't been sleeping, you know, because I just hadn't done it. But I had to wear a oxygen thing on my finger last night to see how much oxygen. So I have to have that surgery, and we'll see, I guess. That's pretty good. Let's just put them in our potatoes. That fresh basil in your taters. Get this kind of cleaned up. Got it all over the place, but it'll be alright. We'll make it, won't we? We always do. And we gotta be careful of that grease, y'all, because it'll burn the fire out of you. That's just a canola, kind of a canola grease. I'm gonna set that, mix that basil in with that for right now, so it can get some of that. I'm going to put just a hair of garlic in it. I'm going to use just a garlic powder this morning. I don't want to have to worry about putting we'll put a little paprika in there. Not a lot, just give it a little spice. And just a tiny cumin, not a lot. Just a little bit of cumin. Mix that in with the potatoes. Let that set, kind of marinate. And potatoes, you know, they'll suck up anything. If, like when I am cooking a big pot of soup, and I get too much salt in it, potatoes have come to the rescue 1,000,000 times for me, because I'll add 3 or 4 big old potatoes chunked up and then draw that salt out of that soup, and it'll be edible. I'm not going to put very much salt because y'all know I'm salt free. Pepper. Go do your pepper. Lord, don't forget the pepper. Hear that grease is just clicking. Okay. Now let's let that sit just a minute. Oh y'all, the new refrigerator is so good. Let me get some eggs. Okay, for that amount, I'll probably use maybe, let's try 2 eggs. You just put them right there on the top. Brown eggs. And got a shell. Get that shell out. Have to be careful. You get shell and stuff. There's my hand. Okay. I'll put them. I'll put those in there in the middle. Okay, now hold on just a minute. Let me get these eggs put up. Now I'm going to take some of that. Move this. I'll take some of this bacon that I rendered down, do you remember? I need about a hunk about like that. You don't need a whole bunch, but it'll give you that good bacon flavor. And I cut it in tiny, I'm talking about tiny pieces. Remember, I rendered that bacon down with the onion and told you I could use it this last week. Well, that's about all I got left, just that little bit, because I rendered it down for flavor. See how that is? I put all that into the potatoes. Don't waste none of that bacon. See, it's just tiny. Get that down in there. Let that sit and marinate there. Let me get the eggs put up like I said. I'm going to put just a little bit of cream in there. Milk. Just a little cream. Not a whole bunch. Get that put in there and then let's see. Okay, now let me get a dry ingredient. Let me get a little bit of that's not it. Hold on just a minute. Let's take this pioneer bacon mix. I'm just going to use a little of it this morning, not much. I didn't have any open. So, that means that we will open this just a little bit. I don't want a whole bunch, but I'll have to measure it out so I can see for my thickener. Let's try about that much. You can always add more, but you can't add less, you know. I'm going to get a gallon of baking powder, which is my aluminum free. I'm going to put a fourth teaspoon. Let me do a half teaspoon. Okay. Alright. So you want that. It may not be enough there. We're going to try it though. We're just going to try it as a binder. Just put that in there. And with our potatoes. See if that'll bind that up. Not by adding a little more. Alright, we'll have to add a little more. So, since I've already got the bacon powder in there, I'm going to do about another. Let me get this over here, I'm going to drop it. Gosh. I did about a fourth. Well, that's about 3/4 cup altogether. I want that to where it's just kind of wet but dry. That sounds kind of crazy, but that's what I want. Kind of wet but dry. I want these to look kind of haystackish. I don't want them like the old I'll let that just kind of soak up, see, for just a little bit while I'm doing what I'm doing. There's our grease, so it's probably ready. Look here. Oh yeah, it's ready. Get that basil out of the way. Boy, these are good with the Louisiana hot sauce on them. Now you can fry some eggs to go with them if you want to. You can fry your bacon. See if I can get this on the. Where is the? Hold on just a minute, y'all. Gotta look in the pantry and get me a. I'm gonna tell y'all, I've got box after box of utensils. But I had my cookie. Oh shit! I had my cookie thing out. So I'll get one of the restaurant slotted spoons out. And I'll get a spider out. There's my good wooden spoon I've been looking for. I tell you, I've got so many utensils, y'all. You just don't know. You don't know. Looking for my big scoops to put this in, but these are going to be too small, and I don't know where my big one is, so I'm going to do it by hand. Get it over with. Do it by hand, get it over with. I think I'll put, I was going to tell you, I think I'll let me look up here and see if I've got. I had the spices cleaned out. I'm gonna put just a hair of cinnamon in that. Oh gosh, just a hair. About a half teaspoon. That just gives it a little kick to those potatoes. We got a paprika. I was looking for some of that red hot pepper. We got that's paprika. It's my red. Here it is. That cayenne. I'm talking about y'all just that much cayenne pepper. You don't want much. That's pretty big, so let's try to. You can do that as much as you want. Okay, now that's getting okay. See, it's starting to sit there and. I think that'll be fine. Let me get this mixed here and get that pepper off of that spoon. Okay, I think we're still filming. Trying to hurry. Now, if you wanted to, you could add just some diced onions to that. Let me get one of my old faithful spoons, and then I'm going to kind of ball these. I probably should have chopped those potatoes, but I didn't. Let me get that on turned back up now. These will be they look like little haystack potatoes, if it does right. I should have had that greased a little hotter. It'll work. That binder should work out. So we pray that it does. And then one more right over here. I'll pull them together. Let's sit there and cook. We'll fry them up. Then, let me get this done, I'll be back. Okay. Gotta make sure that camera's on. Hold on. Because I can't see. We're just gonna have to wait. I'm not gonna. I'm stepping through so I can get up here and see if it's. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay. So what I'm doing is I let those cook for only about a few minutes. So now I'm just turning them, turning the haystacks like that. Let them fry on that side. Now we can scoot those over and get the rest of this probably. Might hope so into here. You don't want to get that bottom dregs or. Let those sit there. You can check these, see how they'll get soft and flatten out. I've got the grease on a high. Just let there. But if I had the big kitchen stove burner, once I get me a new stove, I'm gonna get the gas. We just let these kind of cook. See how they're soft? You can tell that needs to be cooked some more. When you move them, and they kind of shift, when you move them and they don't, you know those are pretty good. So you want to flip these in one more time, probably, I would say. Now see, that's still, you don't want them to burn, but you don't want them undone either. So we'll just fry those till I get them done. I'll be back. My stool again. I used to be taller, about 6'2", 6'3". Now I'm about 3 or 4 inches, seem like. I can't see up in the camera. So I'm gonna flip these one more time. Let's see how those haystacks have. Once you get them out of this hot grease, they'll set up a little more. Just want to flip them over. And they're getting brown there. See, they're brown. You want to make sure they're done. See, that should have dispersed of all that grease. You want to make sure. You can do it by touch. I was going to put them in that, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to, let me get some extra paper towel. I'll get just a plate and I'm gonna almost, I don't want them touching. I mean, you can touch them, but I don't really want them to. So those are getting a little more crispy there. So, see how crispy that looks, and it's still frying like that. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna set this down. Get these. I'm gonna drip them, drain them just a little bit. Flip them over. It's always easier to use a spoon to flip. Flip them over that second time, or these, get those out in your pan. Those are still, but they'll, even if you took them out right now, they're still cooling. So these are okay here. We'll just go ahead and pull these out. Right there. I'll kind of pull those in the middle of the pan. So that's what it is. Those are haystack potato cakes. Now what I'll do is I'll fry a couple eggs to go with these, and if you want to, you can put bacon or anything else you want with them, and you can have them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whatever you want. Have them for leftovers, for a snack. They're all good. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you, God bless us, and God bless the United States. Gotta get going. Bye. I just dropped 3 eggs into my pan, and I just take this, shoot them around, and I just stick the grease up on them, out the top of them, and I fluff them. I call them little egg nest. And that'll cook all that without having to flip them too much. You can get that grease. And I just pour it right there on top. And that will cook those eggs and fluff them up like they know. Don't eat it very upside out to get all fluffy. Okay, now I can turn that fire off. So what I'll do is on my potato cakes, I'll add like a potato cake, and then I'll add a fluffed egg, like this one. Let me get my little froggy. And I'll drain it good. Get that drained off, that grease. And I'll just lay that kind of on top of my potato cake right there. If I wanted to, I could put a holiday sauce or hollandaise. Usually what I'll do though, is I'll just take a little bit of, there we go. So you kind of got an elegant looking little breakfast for your potato haystacks with a little egg on top and a cup of coffee. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you. Bye.